If you're in your 20s or 30s, you probably know the feeling. That constant squeeze from student loans, the weight of credit card debt, and just this sense that you're starting the game financially behind. It's such a common story, they even gave it a name, Generation Broke. But what if I told you there's a playbook, written way back in 2007, that is still shockingly relevant for how to fight back? Well, we're going to break that playbook down.
Yeah, does this look familiar? It's that low-level hum of anxiety you get when you see the interest piling up and you're just trying to, live your life. You are definitely not alone. This is the exact reality the financial guru Suze Orman took on, head-on. Her book was called The Money Book for the Young, Fabulous, and Broke. And what we've done is boiled down its most powerful lessons into a roadmap that you can actually use, starting right now.
So where do we even start with all this? Well, Suze Orman's whole philosophy kicks off with this really powerful, kind of surprising idea. It's got nothing to do with how much cash you have today. It's about the one thing you have a ton of, something that even the richest people on earth can't buy any more of.
And this is it. This is the big secret. Time. Orman argues that for a young person, time is a way more powerful tool for building wealth than just having a big pile of money. It sounds kind of abstract, I know, but the math behind it is so real. So why? Why is time your secret weapon?
It all comes down to this magical thing called compound interest. I think it was Albert Einstein who called it the eighth wonder of the world. Basically, it's a snowball effect for your money. When you start early, your little snowball of money has a really long hill to roll down, and it just picks up more and more snow on the way. Your money starts making money, and then that new money starts making its own money. It's wild, and it's why starting, even with a tiny amount, is everything. Okay, so we've got time on our side. Great. But how do we actually go from feeling broke to putting that time to good use? Well, Orman lays out some really clear, totally non-negotiable first steps. This isn't about getting rich quick, it's about taking back control. She insists you have to do these three things first. Number one, face the music. No hiding from the numbers. You got to write down every single dollar that comes in and every dollar that goes out. Be brutally honest. Second, you build a budget by figuring out what your needs are versus your wants. And third, you have to understand your credit score. Think of it like your financial GPA. It tells lenders how responsible you are, and it basically decides how much you're going to pay for everything.
Now this looks almost too simple, but getting this right is the whole game. Her point isn't that you can never have any wants. It's about being conscious of your choices. A need is something you have to live and work. A want is a lifestyle upgrade. Knowing exactly where your money is going is how you find the cash to start changing your future.
So, once you know what your financial reality looks like, it's time to start cleaning up the mess. And for most young people, that means tackling two big monsters: crushing debt and the absolute terror of not having a safety net for when life happens. Look at this. This shows you the brutal, vicious trap of credit card debt. If you only pay the minimum, a $3,000 debt can stick around for over a decade, and you'll pay thousands of dollars in interest alone. But if you just bump that payment up, you attack the actual debt. You're free in a couple of years, and you save all that cash. The lesson here is crystal clear. Always pay more than the minimum. All right, let's talk about the other side of the cleanup. That's safety net, your emergency fund. And you might be thinking, dude, I have literally no extra money to save. Suze Orman's advice? Start with an amount so small you barely even feel it. Something like this. $25 a month, $50 a month, whatever you can scrape together. See, the point at the beginning isn't to have this huge pile of cash overnight. The point is to build the habit of paying yourself first. It's about proving to yourself that you can save. That discipline, that's the muscle you're going to use later to build some serious wealth. So, how does this all come together? Well, once you get a handle on your budget, you've got a plan to attack your debt, and you've started that little saving habit, you can finally switch from playing defense to playing offense. And this is the really exciting part. This is where you make your money start working for you. And here we are, right back to the superpower of time. I mean, this chart says it all, doesn't it? Just look at the insane difference that 10 years makes. That is compound interest doing its thing. The person who starts at 25 ends up with so much more money than the person who starts at 35, even if they invest the exact same amount. That delay is incredibly expensive. So where do you even start? Orman's advice is super direct. First, if your job offers a 401k match, take it. It is literally free money, don't leave it on the table. Second, start that retirement account now. Use simple things like mutual funds to get started. And finally, be really thoughtful about those giant purchases, like a house or a brand new car.
that can lock you into payments for decades.
Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. The book came out in 2007. The world is a very different place now. I mean, the financial world has completely changed. So the big question is, how well does this advice actually hold up today?
Well, the core ideas, the power of compounding, why your credit score is crucial, the basic habits of budgeting and saving, that stuff is timeless. It's like financial gravity. It just doesn't change. What does need a refresh are the tools. You can forget the old websites she mentioned. Today, we've got slick budgeting apps and way easier investment options like ETFs and robo-advisors. And of course, you'll need to look up current data on things like student loan rates.
So, there you have it. Suze Orman's playbook is still a surprisingly powerful map. The core philosophy, using time to your advantage, getting control of your spending, killing your debt, and investing early, that's as true today as it ever was. The tools have gotten better, but the strategy is the same. You have the map. The only question left is, what's your first step going to be?